Hello, friends. Welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures. It is my January book haul part one, and I have 11 books. Some are sequels, and so for a sequel, I'll show you the cover. I won't talk about it. So we have Villains Are Destined to Die, the novel format. I reread all the mangas, and then I read past the point I stopped originally, and then they started publishing this, so I was like, I'm going to start collecting these and read them later in the year. We have a book I'm actually really excited to read. We have Playing for Keeps by Alexandra Belfer. I have read a book by her a long time ago. Poppy Peterson's life is finally back on track. Finally back on track, and she's thriving as a publicist of the NFL's most promising quarterback, and her childhood best friend Cash Curran. So she doesn't appreciate when he makes an impulsive public pass at America's pop star darling Lyric Adler. Adair or something. When Lyric's notorious publicist Rosalind Sinclair reaches out in a response, Poppy is ready to face her wrath, but instead she learns that Lyric is equally interested in Cash. As soon as Cash and Lyric embark on their ill-advised whirlwind romance, Poppy and Rosalind are forced together, each determined to protect their own client from each other. Poppy's frustrated by Rosalind's cool demeanor, while at the same time she's determined to impress her, since Rosalind is a legend in this industry. But no matter what Poppy does, she can't shake the feeling that Rosalind doesn't like her. That's until one steamy night when the two women confront their unexpected feelings and began a messy relationship of their own, but with paparazzi, tabloids, and obsessive fans nipping at their heels. Poppy and Rosalind's loyalties will be tested in ways they can never expect. It actually sounds really good. I have read a couple books by her. I knew she sounded familiar. We have The Perks of Being an S-Class Heroine. I like this. It's from IZ Press, and a lot of the manga I have purchased lately has been from that, at least the physical manga I have purchased. Tutorials start from cooking to alchemy to even brewing tea. Oh, this name's gonna be hard. Alanette Rodeline is certified child prodigy thanks to her secret weapon. She's a transmigrator, having purchased an insurance package at the moment of her untimely end. Anna has perks of a top tier support system, an item shop to fall back on, and in the world of a notorious, brutal time travel loop, she's going to need all the help she can get. Because she's the hero slated for an early death, Annalie might just have to become an S class heroine herself. I've heard really good things about this, and I'm gonna slowly start collecting the volumes, but that one was on sale and I got a really good deal on that. We have a sequel. We have Jealous Rage by S. Sav R. Miller. The cover on this, those edges, this spine, love is the most dangerous magic. As a sculptress, Ravina Mafia has always shaped beauty from stone, but she has a terrible secret. Desperate to save her brother, she enters a competition hosted by Florence, most feared immortal family, revealing a dark power in a city where magic is forbidden. Now, a captive in the cutthroat city, Ravina is forced into a dangerous task where failure means certain death at the hands of, I'm going to butcher this name, Santuno del Luna, the immortal family's mesmerizing but merciless heir. But as he draws closer, Ravina realizes the true threat lies beyond Florence's walls. The Pope's war against magic is closing in, and Ravina is no longer just a prisoner, but a prize to be claimed. As trusting the wrong person became lethal, Ravina must survive the treacherous line between the Pope's obsession and the seductive immortal who might be the end of her, or the surrender her power to a city on the brink of war. I'm actually really excited for that one, and I really want to read that really soon. So I believe this author's all her novels are standalone. I own her other two. I need to do a binge because I bought the first one when it came out, bought the second one when it came out. I purchased this one, have not read them. So we're definitely gonna have to do a binge. So The Lust Crusade by Joe Sagara. Daniela Gatereg, yeah, I'm butchering these names, has been in love with her brother's best friend Theo for as long as she can remember until he went missing over a year ago during an archaeology an archaeology expedition, but on a solo trip to Greece. The intrepid librarian discovers that Theo is very much alive, although, judging by the criminals holding him hostage, he's not doing well. An expert in ancient Greek archaeology, Dr. Theo Gallus was abducted by artifact smugglers in the search of a priceless gemstone, the Eye of the Minotaur. This ridiculous assignment was supposed to get Danny out of his system, not keep her tied up next to him. When a little white lie has his captors believing that Theo and Danny are engaged, the couple must utilize her research skills and his expertise to solve the millennia old Manonian mystery, all while fencing a romance to keep each other alive. With 6 days to find the jewel, underground societies, mythical beings, and a peckish abductors are only half the battle, because among the ancient ruins and the temples they explore an even bigger danger, falling in love for real. I think it's just standalones, but it could be a series. We have a sequel, Psycho Fae Book 2. This one I have waited for a very long time. I think I own one of her books for Kindle. Kaylee is thriving. Grad student is Grad school is doing great. Her first book hits the shelves in a few months, and it's been a decade since she's had to talk to her homophobic family. And of course, there's her anonymous hookup, Maria, who's everything Keeley wants in a woman, wrapped up in a single sexy package. Greta is on top of the world, making real moves in a lesbian fiction and putting her authors on the bestsellers list, and a new relationship on top of it. But late night edits and a sexy plot twist quickly turn real, revealing the truth, not just a one night stand, a coworker. From hot hookup to workplace fiasco, Kaylee and Greta must figure out if they can have a happy ever after, both on and off the page, because it just spelled the HEA. So happily ever after is what I'm assuming it means. I think it will be fun. This book has taunted me for months. I was getting ads for this and I knew I would really want it. Now I'm getting ads for another book by her, and I think it's just another standalone or something, but I am so tempted to just buy it at this point. The Poisoner by Ivy Ophelia. Have you ever wondered how long it takes for a lethal dose of arsenic to kill you? 35 hours, 29 minutes, and 15 seconds. I should know. I counted myself. Amid the gaslight alleys, the cobblestone streets of Victorian London, two killers find themselves entangled in a waltz they cannot escape. Alina Liz, a botanist and a hobbyist poisoner, has a pastime of killing unsavory men using her twisted sense of poetic justice. when she targets the conceited playboy Silas Forbes, only to find him in her apothecary. The following week, she discovers human men are the least of her problems. But the pair's unlikely association sparks gossip in a flute society as their mysterious bond deepens. Chilling secrets emerge from the shadows along with concealed identities and lurking foes, while questioning as plentiful as the Hydra's head brew with the haunting gothic tale of violent passion. Will Silas and Alina find themselves in each other's arms, or will the secrets of their past keep them apart? So it does say this is a series, so maybe the other book I've seen the ads for is the sequel. This one is another one that I pre ordered very late, mid 2025. So we have The Swan's Daughter by Roshani Chotsky, a possible doomed love story. Prince Aris knows the marriage means murder, thanks to a poorly worded wish to a sea witch. All one needs to rule the Isles of Malays is the heart and hand of the kingdom's heir. Historically, this has been constructed quite literally. Thus, Aris expects the day after his marriage and murder he'll wake up as a sentient tree alongside the rest of his predecessors. His only chance at a long life, is finding true and lasting love. When Eris's parents announce a tournament of brides to compete for his hand and heart, a slew of eligible, lovely, and possibly murderous bachelorettes make their way to Roth Castle. Amidst the glittering balls and the Zord caves, strolls through mangroves of daydream trees and pearl crocodiles, tea times on glass boots, and kisses that leave his head spinning. Aris cannot tell who is out of love for him or lust for power, till he meets Demelza. As a virtuous swan, Demelza's song rings out the truth. Forced into hiding, Demelza strikes a deal. Ares will provide her with safekeeping in exchange for her truth-telling song to sort through his potential brides, while Ares is using his dodging death threats and Demelza is accustomed to fighting for her voice to be heard. To the survival of a tournament of brides requires a different kind of bravery, and perhaps the bravest thing one can do is not merely protect one's life, but find the courage to chase a life worth living. This one has sounded so good for a while, and I'm happy I finally got it. We got the last book in this book haul, and it looks like an old academia. Like if I had a shelf, I'd want a book more spines like this just to put with it. The Book of Blood and Roses by Annie Summerlee. A vampire hunter goes undercover at a mysterious university and finding herself in love with her roommate, an alluring vampire in book one of the seductive sapphic paranormal fantasy. Then her red eyes are on mine. Gentle, deadly, she takes her time. Kissing my neck, I pull her close and I say, "Bite me." In the midst of the Scottish Highlands is a university where vampires study alongside humans. Rebecca Charity is a vampire hunter at the university, searching for the mysterious book of blood and roses, a lost compendium of ways to kill vampires. If she finds it, she'll be only one step closer to avenging her parents, who were slain by those creatures of the night. But when Rebecca arrives, she finds something unexpected, a coffin. Her new roommate is Elise Esther, scorn of the most powerful vampire families, and the most beautiful woman Rebecca has ever met. The maddening gorgeous Als is everything that Rebecca has always hated, but also everything she's ever wanted. And now that Rebecca doesn't know if she wants to kiss or kill her, when one moonlit night Elise rescues her from a vampire attack. She accidentally makes Rebecca her familiar. Now they must work together to break the curse, but as they get closer to solving the mystery, Rebecca and Elise gets closer too. Can a vampire hunter ever fall in love with a vampire? That sounds so good, and it will be perfect for the season or when I'm in the mood for a dark story. So that is 11 books for this book haul, for part one anyway. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've read any of these books, let me know which one I should read down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.